So what if I told you there's this huge business opportunity in AI that, get this, doesn't require you to be some kind of coding genius? Today, we're diving into AI microconsulting. It's a service that traditional businesses are absolutely desperate for, but honestly, very few people are providing it. Let's break it all down.
Okay, just picture this for a second. You're right there at your desk, in your own town, comfortable. But you're on the verge of tapping into a massive global tech shift. This isn't about packing up and moving to Silicon Valley. It's about bringing a really crucial service to the businesses right there in your community.
You know, when most of us hear AI, we immediately think of these giant tech companies, right? But that's only half the story. The reality is, there's this growing gap between the tech giants and the everyday businesses that are the backbone of our economies, and a lot of them are getting left on the sidelines.
And this slide really lays it bare. It's like you've got two completely different worlds operating at the same time. On one side, big tech. They're AI-driven, automated, and just scaling like crazy. And on the other side, you've got your traditional, local businesses still doing things manually, kind of just watching from the sidelines and feeling really unsure about all of it. That divide, that is the opportunity.
And look, this uncertainty, it isn't just some vague feeling. It comes from really specific, totally understandable concerns. Business owners are thinking, that's for the big guys, not for a small shop like mine. Or, okay, this sounds great, but where in the world would I even begin? They see AI as this super complex, expensive thing that's way off in the future. And those feelings, they lead to paralysis, which is exactly what you can help them solve.
So that leads to the big question, right? With all this confusion and hesitation just sitting there in the market, where do you fit in? How can you turn this massive problem into your next big business idea?
This is where you come in. Your role is to be the bridge. You are the essential link, the connector between the real, everyday problems of a local business and these simple, accessible AI tools that can actually fix them. You don't need to be a tech wizard. You just need to be a really good translator.
And that's the official title, right? An AI microconsultant. It's not about inventing some world-changing new algorithm. No, it's about being a specialist who can walk into a business, find the bottleneck, and match it up with an AI tool that already exists and gets the job done. Simple as that.
And this is so important. Your value isn't in your ability to code. It's in your ability to communicate and solve problems. You're there to sit down with a business owner, speak their language, and just make this technology feel less scary. You're selling clarity and you're selling results.
Okay, so what does this service actually look like? What are you selling? The trick is to package it all up in a way that's simple, super clear, and feels incredibly valuable to a business owner who's already feeling overwhelmed.
It's all bundled into something called a Rapid Audit and Implementation Package. Sounds a little fancy, but it's a really straightforward three-step deal. First, you just listen. You find out what their biggest headaches are. Second, you play matchmaker. You connect those problems to the right AI tools. And third, you set it all up, and, this part's crucial, you train their team so they actually know how to use it.
And just think about how practical this stuff is in the real world. Is their customer service team totally swamped? An AI chatbot can handle all the basic questions. Are they struggling to keep track of inventory? An AI dashboard can help predict what they need. Are they drowning in paperwork? An automated email system can save them hours every single week. These are real solutions to real problems.
All right, so we've got the service figured out. But how do you actually build this thing into a successful business? Let's get into the game plan for how you can launch this and then scale it up.
Your whole path to success really comes down to three key things. First, you've got to build credibility, and fast. Second, you absolutely must pick a specific niche to focus on. And third, what you're offering has to be accessible and affordable for the businesses you're trying to help.
So let's talk about credibility first. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, speaks louder than results. Find just one client, maybe even offer them a discount to get started, and create an amazing case study. Imagine being able to say you helped a local store cut their customer response time in half. That one powerful story, that becomes your best marketing tool. Period.
All right, step 2, pick your niche. Seriously, don't try to be the AI expert for everyone on the planet. Get super specific. Maybe you focus only on businesses in Dar es Salaam that have between 10 and 50 employees. Or you could specialize in an industry you already know, like local logistics companies or regional hotels. The moment you start speaking their specific language, you build instant trust.
Okay, now let's be real for a second. This isn't always going to be an easy sell.
right? You're going to face some skepticism, some really valid concerns. The key is to see them coming and be ready to turn that hesitation into genuine trust.
So here's your playbook for handling those objections. When a client says, AI just seems too expensive, you come back with a clear return on investment using affordable off-the-shelf tools. If they say, this feels like too much change at once, you offer hands-on training and a gentle transition. And for the big one, data privacy, you make ethics and total transparency the core of your entire process.
So, let's recap. We've talked about the problem, how you fit in as the solution, what you're offering, and how to build the business. Now, it's time to think about actually seizing this opportunity.
And make no mistake, this isn't some far-off trend. It's happening now. Pretty soon, having AI integrated into your business isn't going to be optional. It's going to be expected. The companies that wait too long are going to fall behind, and deep down, they know it. That sense of urgency is what's creating the demand for someone like you.
And that right there, that's the whole ballgame. Your real value isn't being the best coder in the room. It's being that translator. By putting yourself right in the middle as the bridge between the complicated world of AI and the practical needs of a small business, you create a role for yourself that's not only valuable, but also desperately needed. So, it all comes down to this one last question, and this one's for you. We've just laid out a business idea that's based on a real trend. It meets a clear market need, and it's accessible to anyone who's ready to jump in and add value. Is this the venture that could be your next big move?